Hello everyone, today we will look at Parsvottanasana. So first I'm going to show you how this posture looks like. Now in this posture, few points are really very important. So I'm going to show you some of the new students how they do this posture. Most of the students, they do this posture this way and they just stretch the hamstring. It's good if you're just looking for the stretching in the hamstring, maybe this position is quite good. But in this position, you can feel too much strain is coming here in your front knee, especially when you come up. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable for your knee joint. How we approach this posture. First, look at the balancing point. If you see from the front, my right heel is just front of my left heel. If you imagine one straight line between your 2 feet, if your both heels is close to the midline, it's going to be quite challenging for you to balance this pose. If you struggle with the balancing in the posture, so keep it simple, move your feet a little bit away from the midline. You might feel you are quite stable this way. So slowly try to move your feet in close to the center midline. You will find more focus and more challenge. Strength from your 2 legs. So see, in Ashtanga Yoga, we keep these feet around 3 to 4 feet, somewhere here. Again, it goes person to person. If you're tall, maybe it's a little more wider than the 4 feet. So for me, it's around 4 feet distance. Now, when I turn to the right side, I see my back foot first. It's neither too straight as the Ashtanga Yoga teaches too straight. I feel a little bit uncomfort in my knee joint. So I turn my foot slightly in. So in this way, I can stabilize my foot and I can use that strength from my inner thigh. So neither this leg turning too much inside or too much outside. It's just in somewhere it's around 45-degree angle. Maybe it's less than 45-degree angle. And the second thing here, my 2 hips are balanced. So my pelvis is facing front this way. So working with my inner thighs in this position. Now, before I move into the posture, means bending forward, I have to stabilize my both legs. So what I do, the first step, before I bending forward, I focus on my back leg. So what I do, I just tuck the tail slightly. Means I shift the weight slightly backward before I bend forward. So I stabilize my left leg first by moving the energy from the hip toward my heel. Then the front leg is very important because when you're bending forward, you are actually shifting the weight forward, right? So if you keep your knee straight, sometimes too much strain is coming here in your knee joint, just behind back of the knee. So protect your knee joint, micro bend the knee. Just micro bend. Not too much. You don't want to relax. You want to keep engaged. So slightly bend the knee and feel that you're pressing the foot down. Or you think, after bending the knee, you think you're going to straighten your knee, but do not straight. But you will find these muscles become more active. So energize your both legs first. So energize your legs, balance your 2 hips. Once your lower limbs become so strong, then it's easy to control your spinal movement while bending forward when you're coming up. So you will find strength is coming from here. Okay, so stabilize the legs. Then next step, use the hand to push the chest forward. Again, if you cannot join your palms together, maybe just make a fist or maybe catch your elbow. But try to open up your chest. Think of the extension. So from here, step out the legs, open up the chest, and exhale, bend forward. Now see, when I'm bending forward, I keep dropping my sitting bone down. I just keep little resistance in my movement. So I'm not going with this, means this. Okay, so I'm stretching from the hamstring, but at the same time, I want to maintain the extension from the spine. That's very important. So open up the chest and exhale, bending forward. So working with the strength and the flexibility, and try to go a little more deeper as much you can. Once you find you're starting collapsing from the chest, so maybe slightly up and maintain that position. So do not collapse. Think of extension and see if you can go a little more deeper. So of course, with the time, you will get better and better. Now, very important, when you come up, use the strength from the legs. Come up from the hips. So see, come up from the hips. What not to do? Because some students, they find it's difficult to engage the leg, so they come up from the head. They find this one is easy. So this one is not about the easy way, but you will find some sense in your practice. What is your intent? When you're bending forward, when you come up, because you have to hold the spine in different position. You can hold the spine when your legs is strong and your hips is balanced and more stable. So your spine easy to move around in different direction. This video is not about what is right or the wrong, but just find little sense in your practice. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.